What's up, everybody, man? It's your boy Jerry Will 24. I came in to do something that I usually don't do. Nah, I don't think I ever made a video like this, so I felt like it was necessary because there's a new Dragon Ball superhero movie coming out in August. It will drop in the United States in August. I'm not sure if it came out in Japan yet. Maybe, I don't know. They always get things exclusive first because they be blessing us, so I don't blame them. But as a Dragon Ball Z stan, been watching Dragon Ball Z for the longest. That's probably the first anime I ever seen, truthfully. And I didn't even know it was an anime. I thought it was just a cartoon and had niggas going blonde and just wrecking shit. And then come to find out, it's actually an anime. And for the longest, that was the only anime I watched and respected. Still the best anime. I said it. Still the best anime. No cat. Ain't nobody done it like Dragon Ball Z. Ain't nobody ever gonna do it like Dragon Ball Z. But to prepare for this new movie coming out, I decided to rewatch all the Dragon Ball Z movies all the way from the 1990s to the latest one, the Broly movie, which I believe came out in 2018. So I decided to watch all the Dragon Ball Z movies and put together the top 10 Dragon Ball Z movie list. Personally, for me, this is what I stand with, true with it. I've stood a whole week watching Dragon Ball Z movies, so I put this list together, and you can disagree with it or you can agree with it. Honestly, I don't give a fuck, to be honest, because this is what I think. So let's go right into it. Here are the top 10 Dragon Ball Z movies to ever be made. Go. Coming in at number 10, I'm going to put the second installment of the Broly series movie, Broly Second Coming. First flaw I noticed. The title, that shit is weak. Broly Second Coming, that shit was weak. Alright. And then the second thing, for Broly to even come back to life after the comet crash. Remember in the last movie, the comet crash came down that was supposed to destroy the planet, which it did. And then Goku got everybody's energy put into him and gave his ass a severe punch. And that was supposed to end Broly. But no, somehow Broly keeps finding his way back. And don't even get me started on Bio Broly. We're not even gonna speak on that movie. But truthfully, this movie didn't get good until Gohan showed up, which was towards the end, because Broly was fucking everybody else. He was fucking Goten up, he was fucking Trunks up, and of course he's fucking up Videl. I don't even know why Videl was there. What was she gonna do? She's human. That's it. She laid out on the ground. I don't even know why Videl was there. But Gohan came to rescue today, and then he getting his ass beat by Broly. That's what Broly does. Broly wrecks shit out of anger. But it's all good because Goten made a wish with his mind. You can't make a wish with the Dragon Balls with your mind. You have to talk to Shenron, the gate Shenron. That's another flaw that I noticed. How the hell you make a wish? How the Dragon Balls heard that? How does Shenron read minds? He can't. At least not that I know of. So they must do something that we know of. I don't know. Goten wished for his dad to be there, which he came. He didn't come back to life, but his soul came down. It wasn't his real physical body, but like his soul came down. And then it was Gohan, and it was Goku, and Goten. And as a family, they had to kill Broly. So they had to put the final Kamehameha together and destroy his ass. And that's exactly what happened. And that's probably like the only raw part that happened, just for Goten, Gohan, and did I say Goten? And just for all three of them to be there as one and put the final Kamehameha together. That was the only raw part in my opinion. And as soon as that was over with, Goku went right back to being dead. Shit sad. I mean, technically he wished for Goku to be there. He didn't wish for him to come back to life, so that makes sense in a way. Technical parts, yeah. So the final rate I'm gonna give this movie a 5 out of 10 because just all the flaws that was in there, and the only good part was really when they all did the Kamehameha together. At least to me. I don't know what y'all think, but that's why I put this movie at number 10. Number 9, I'm gonna place Return of Cooler at the number 9 spot. And somebody told me the other day that this is one of their favorite movies, and I don't even understand how you would say that to my face. Like for real. It's a cool movie. It's alright. But another thing I don't understand is how Frieza and Cooler keep coming back to life. like back to back. I understand they're brothers, but like, dang, what about King Cold? Is King Cold not cold enough nigga to come back too? I mean, he the one that trained them and helped give birth to these two demons. So why can't King Cold come back to life and fuck up Goku too? That's just my opinion. But in this movie, Cooler returns and he merged with the Big Getty Scar, old ugly ass boy trying to take over New Namek. So the Namekians call on some reinforcements, and you know who they call? Goku and the Z Warriors. Who else they don't call? Another thing I didn't like about this movie is how fast they got to New Namek. They got there like this in a day. But in the series, Gohan, Bulma, and Krillin, it took them about a whole month to get to Namek. And when Goku needed to show up on Namek, it took him about 6 days. So how the hell they show up that fast? Even Vegeta. Vegeta showed up on the planet in his little space pod in a day. Shit don't add up to me. And the main reason I don't like this movie, like I really don't like this movie, is just because the way they defeated Cooler. They literally gave him too much power. That's it. They transfer power through the wires. What kind of bullshit is that? That's the reason I really hate this movie. Nothing else to say. Moving on. So coming in at number 8, I got the movie that y'all slept on, but I didn't sleep on it. I really like Super Android 13. So number 8 will go to Super Android 13 because he came in. We didn't even know about this android because Dr. Gero made so many androids just to kill Goku. Like, you know how much hatred you gotta have towards somebody to keep building robots / humans just to beat one guy, and he keep beating their ass. So you turn into an android? That's a lot of hate for one person, especially. But Super Android 13, I liked him. I liked his personality. You know, he was a redneck that was talking shit too, but he could back it up.
I was programmed to kill your ass, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. You hear?
You're just a slave, a pawn with no free will of its own, is that it?
Free will. Pitiful humans. War, segregation, hatred. Is that what you've done with your free will, boy? Don't you lecture me with your $30 haircut. Goku dies.
We'll see, you red ribbon redneck.
And another android that y'all slept on too was Super 17. Yeah, 17 got his action in, but I think that movie was for Dragon Ball GT. Or was it episodes? No, it wasn't episodes. It's like a special movie. I don't know, but yeah, Super 17 was another one slept on. But the reason I really like this movie because 13 got his own transformation. He turned in like a Super Saiyan 13. He had the little spiked up hair. It was orange. It wasn't blonde. And then this nigga turned blue all of a sudden because he merged with the other androids. The 2 other androids that were with him. I forgot their number. They could have been 14, 15. So I like the idea that they gave him a transformation, and this man was kind of right when he was talking shit to Trunks. So I like him. I just like 13 really. You know, I wish he could have made it to the series low key over 16. Yeah, I put Android 13 over 16 because 16 didn't do shit really. I mean, he helped Gohan turn into a Super Saiyan 2 for sure. But 13, he was about the action. And he was talking shit. So, long live Gero for sure, and the Red Ribbon Army. The final rate I give this movie is a 6.5 out of 10. I think it's a solid 6.5 out of 10. And moving right along at number 7, I'm gonna put Cooler's Revenge. I feel like Cooler's Revenge definitely deserves this spot. Definitely better than the sequel movie, Revenge of Cooler. I don't know, I had that bit at number 9. We don't need to bring it back up. But the first one is always better than the sequel. And we find out Frieza has a brother for the first time. Like, who would have thought that was coming? So we find out there's a Frieza, then we find out Frieza has a brother, and then we also meet his father, King Cold. I think the final question is, where's the mother? Where is she at? And if she's dead, gather up the Dragon Balls and wish her back to life. Because I want to sit down with the whole family and find out why y'all so evil. And why do y'all hate Saiyans so much? I mean, we know why. We find out why they hate Saiyans. But where's the mother at? I don't know. I'm just asking a question that nobody else gonna ask. But in this movie, we find out Frieza has a brother, and Big Bro, that's Big Bro right there. Big Bro finds out that Frieza has been killed by a Saiyan. He ain't going for that at all. So Cooler comes down to Earth to get some revenge. You know how it goes. But Piccolo and Goku think that it's Frieza the whole time. And I don't blame them, because they only saw him from a distance and from a shadow, really. Like, they saw him, it wasn't no face to face at first. So the whole time they calling him Frieza, it's like, dang, that's not Frieza, homeboy. And then finally, when Cooler and Frieza come face to face, Goku still calls him Frieza. And then one of Cooler's henchmen is like, you idiot, that's not Frieza. And then there was a little clip in the movie where Goku got so disrespectful with this henchman. I was like, damn.
You're as twisted inside as your brother, full of hatred. Well, no more. You've dug your own grave.
Really? Because after I kill you, I'm going to turn this planet and everyone on it into dust.
No way, not on my watch.
This man Goku is something else. And another reason I got this movie at number 7 is because of Cooler's transformation. Because in the movie, he comes down to Earth in his third form, and then when he transformed to his final transformation, that shit was kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I really thought the way they designed his transformation, but it still wasn't enough. Like, no matter what kind of transformation you got, Goku's still gonna find a way to beat your ass. For real. And I just feel bad for Goku, because even after beating Cooler, Frieza comes back to life in the series. And then I think after that, that's when they made the second Cooler movie. So it's like, dang, Goku gotta just keep fighting this family. I don't even know what kind of race they are. Like, we don't even know what kind of species they are. But it doesn't matter. Like, Goku's still gonna win at it all. So the final rate I give this movie is a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that 7 out of 10 and have it at number 7. So we gonna move right along on the list. Coming in at number 6, the 6th spot goes to BoJack Unbound. BoJack Unbound, this movie was dedicated, starring Super Saiyan T Gohan 2, the greatest anime character to be written on paper, to be put on a TV screen, to ever be put in a fight. Like, what more can you ask from this man? This man literally got done beating Cell. We thought Cell was defeated. Then Cell comes back as even more perfect Cell, and Gohan finished the job and saves the Earth. I don't know. That's a hero to me. Fuck that man, Mr. Saiyan. He wasn't shit. That's a real hero. But even after that, in the movie, BoJack, I don't know, is unleashed from the Hell Reserve, whatever. He comes down to Earth, and the Z Warriors and Gohan, I have to say today again, but the Z Warriors ain't do shit. They all lay flat on the ground. So at one point, it was literally 4 against 1. 1 Gohan, 3 dudes, and 1 female, all ganging up on a kid. That is a kid. 4 against 1. But it's all good, because Gohan defeats at least 3 of them. No, he defeats 2 of them. BoJack kills 1 of them. Yeah, so he defeated 2 of them. And then it came down to BoJack versus Gohan, and it wasn't looking good. I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't looking good at one point. And Goku even saw that, but he dead. So what he do? Flies down, gives Gohan some encouraging words, and them encouraging words lead to him transforming to the Super Saiyan 2. The only Saiyan really to master that transformation, like for real, for unlock. And then once he transformed, it's a wrap. Like, what more can you ask from the greatest anime character to be put on paper? So the final rating I'm gonna give this movie is a 7.5 out of 10. Well deserved. Gohan deserved his own movie, and he got it, and he started it. Moving right along. So we are down to the top 5 movies. We only got 5 more left. And the number 5 spot is gonna go to the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, the OG Broly movie. You know, because Super made their own Broly movie and tried to make us forget about this movie for whatever reason, but they took most of the aspects from the OG Broly movie and put it into the Super Broly movie. They brought his father back. They brought his father back. And just the crazy shit that Broly was on, they put that into the movie as well. So they took most of the aspects from the original movie. Like, I didn't get that. And another thing I didn't understand is how Broly is the legendary Super Saiyan. Because there's other Saiyans in the movie that can literally turn to a Super Saiyan as well. Like, he wasn't the only Super Saiyan there. Like, I get he was like the legendary Saiyan that was like supposed to be the most powerful to ever Saiyan ever made, I guess. So they should have named him Broly the legendary Saiyan, not the legendary Super Saiyan, because being called a Super Saiyan is when you could transform into a Super Saiyan, which he could do, but there were other Saiyans who could do the same thing. So I think they should have called him the legendary Saiyan, like just plain old Saiyan. You feel what I'm saying? But I think that's why Super tried to like throw this movie out the window in some type of way. But whatever. I remember watching this movie for the first time, like when I was a kid, and you know, I seen all the Dragon Ball Z fights for the most part, and this is the first fight I thought to myself, like, dang, they are not gonna make it out of this one. Like, I really said that to myself, like, they might not make it out of this one, bucko. But you know, Goku found a way, and you know, just the way it ended was kind of lame and corny and my fault. Like, I feel like most of the Dragon Ball Z movie endings are just whack, and this one was super whack. But just for it to be Broly, and yeah, just for them to like have another Saiyan out there, and for it to be Broly, I'm gonna put it at the number 5 spot, and the final rate I'll give it is a 7 out of 10. Coming in at number 4. Number 4, I'm gonna give it to Fusion Reborn. Fusion Reborn, I'm gonna be real, I forgot how fire this movie was. Like, to the fight, it even had some comedy in it. Like, this movie was fire. It was fire. You know, what's his name? Pycon was screaming at a wall barrier just to get King Yama out. He was yelling that mean stuff to him. That shit was funny. And then, cause in the movie, what's his name breaks the seal from the underworld. So basically, the dead comes back to Earth. And I think at one point we seen Frieza. I think we seen Cell as well. But this was the most surprising person to be brought to life was Hitler. That shit was funny how they had Goten and Trunks fighting against Hitler.
Ready? And fire!
The maniac is trying to kill us!
It's him! Stand!
That shit was funny. That shit was definitely comedy. And then back in the other world, Goku is facing Jinbe, Jamba, whatever his name is. He's facing him. At first, he's like a big ass blob, but he was so powerful that Goku had to go Super Saiyan 3. Like, really? He really had to go Super Saiyan 3? And he couldn't even beat him at that point. But he went from being, no, he actually did. And then he went from being a blob until finally like a singular monster, whatever he is. Like, it made sense at one point, which he was kind of raw. He had the sword and everything. That shit was fire. But the real reason this came in at number 4 is because this is our introduction to Gogeta. And Goku and Frieza had to do the fusion dance for the first time. And at first, it was not successful, like, at all. They was a fat blob as well. And at one point, like, their special move was farting. Like, what the hell? That's what I said. This movie was funny as hell, to be honest. And then, you know, it only lasts 30 minutes, the fusion. So after that, they had to get right again. And the second time, it was the real Gogeta. You know, and they went Super Saiyan and everything. And it was just raw. It was just raw. And Vegeta's dead. Actually, he's dead, but he doesn't have a body because he blew himself up. But somehow he got his body back. and they had to come together. Teamwork makes the dream work, and that's exactly what happened. So the final rating I'll give this movie is an 8 out of 10 for sure. It made the number 4 spot just for the Gogeta transformation. Like, that was our first time seeing it, and it went well. It went well. So definitely 8 out of 10. It couldn't make the top 3. It couldn't make the top 3, but it was close. It was close. Now we only got 3 movies. 3 movies left. These are the top 3 DBZ movies of all time. And let me just tell you, these last 3 movies are definitely the most recent movies that came out. Okay? Because technology is better now. You could put CGI effects in movies now, even in animation movies, which they do a very good job at. You know, they couldn't do that back in the 90s. So the number 3 spot is gonna go to Battle of Gods. Battle of Gods. This shit was hard. This shit was hard when it first came out, because I remember freshman year of high school, I read the news article that this was coming out, and I was like, oh boy, they up to something. And this shit was hard. And now that I watched it last week, it's cool. It was cool how they brought back, because this movie came back, what, like 2014? This came out in 2014, and it's been so long since we had like a Dragon Ball Z movie or series, even anything Dragon Ball Z. But this is how they brought Dragon Ball Super to us, you know. And just to be like bringing in gods now, that shit was hard. The God of Destruction, Beerus versus Goku, and we find out that like there's beyond being a Saiyan, like they can go God form now. Like that shit is hard. You feel what I'm saying? And when Goku and Beerus finally fight, I noticed that in the fight, it wasn't like really like a real fight. It was more like Beerus training Goku on how to be a god. You feel what I'm saying? Or just to be able to like feel like a god. You know what I mean? So it didn't really turn to a fight till like the end, where Beerus like had that little spare ball on deck and threw it at Earth, and you know Goku got to defend Earth, and he gonna defend Earth very well. And then that was basically it. So I just didn't really see it as a real ass fight, but it was cool for this movie to come out, because we got like 2 more after that, and then we got the Dragon Ball Super. So it was our introduction to Dragon Ball Super, and to even find out that they can even go Super Saiyan God was legendary, even mind-blowing. Like nobody even thought that was coming. So the final rate I get this movie is 7.5 out of 10. Just because it wasn't really a fight, but training mode, but just to see Goku even go Super Saiyan God was hard as hell. So 7.5 10 is going to give it a rating, and yeah, number 3 is a good spot for Battle, guys. Coming in at number 2. Number 2 goes to Resurrection of F. And you know what F stands for. Frieza! Frieza! Frieza comes back to life. This is like his second time coming back to life, and I understand why, because Frieza is top 5 villains all time. Like for real. And you know who else is on that list? The Joker. So Joker and Frieza are on the same level. Now I don't know who the other 3 villains could be on there. Ooh. What's his name from Baki the Grappler? Yujiro Hama? Yeah, Yujiro on that list too. So Frieza, Joker, and Yujiro. I don't know who the other 2 villains could be, but dang. Yeah, that's hard list. But that's not what this video is about. We're not talking about villains, we're talking about the movies. So in this movie, Frieza comes back to life for the second time. How many times are they gonna bring Frieza back? Like, oh my god, what happened to Frieza? This is like his second time coming back to life. Like, it makes sense though, because you know Dragon Ball Z, they just bring everybody back to life. Whatever. But in this one, we see Frieza gets a new transformation. Golden Frieza. Nigga is like gold and purple. And it looked kind of hard, I ain't gonna care. It looked kind of hard, but it wasn't enough, because Goku figured out a new transformation. Super Saiyan Blue. Yes, this man turns blue. And it's not just him. Vegeta got the transformation as well. I was like, oh, they showing love to Vegeta in this one? And Vegeta got some reps in against Frieza. Now you know Goku usually the one that saves the day. You know, because it's Goku, but they decided to give Vegeta some love, and I fucks with that. But you know another thing I don't fuck with? Is Vegeta skipping transformations? Vegeta didn't go Super Saiyan God. He went straight to blue. And you know Vegeta's known for skipping transformation. He skipped Super Saiyan 3. And in Dragon Ball GT, for him to even go Super Saiyan 4, he had to have a machine help him. That's the type of shit that pisses me off. But whatever, Vegeta gets a pass. I'll allow it. Good movie. I really didn't like the way it ended. Nah, I loved it. It's like a love-hate thing, you know what I'm saying? I like the way that they came, like Frieza destroyed the Earth, and then they had the redo time or do-over. You got 3 minutes and Goku saved the day. Like I say, Goku always gonna save the day. Like no matter what, he just gonna, even if you do back in time or whatever, because Vegeta's supposed to save the day, but no, Goku did it. But like I said, I love and hate the end of the movie, but it was cool to see Frieza come back to life. The final rate I get this movie is a 8.5 out of 10. And we'll sit at number 2. We got one more movie. What could it be? We made it, y'all. So stuck because we made it. Gotta go over there. Number 1 movie or Dragon Ball Z movie of all time. The number 1 spot. Need a little drum roll in here. It's my imaginary drum roll. Dragon Ball Super Broly. The Broly remake. Because I got the OG Broly movie at number 5. And then I got the second Broly movie at number 10. So Broly been on this list 3 times. 3. But this one's all different. This is the Super Broly. So basically in this movie they erased the OG Broly. They redid it. And I ain't gonna lie, they redid it so good. So good. This movie was about an hour and 40 minutes. And the first 20 minutes of the movie was amazing, was raw. The first 20 minutes we got to see flashbacks of Frieza coming to planet Vegeta, taking over the Saiyans. We got to see Bardock again, and we haven't got to meet Goku's mother, Jen. Like, who saw that coming? When we gonna meet Frieza's mother? I'm just saying, if we gonna meet Goku's mom, we might as well meet Frieza's mom. Whatever, maybe one day. This movie, the color schemes and everything, what really got me in this movie, because when they transformed, it went green. And then when Goku transformed, it went like a little green and turned into blue. And then like I said, for the number 2 list, Vegeta skipping transformations. They did justice. Because Vegeta went Super Saiyan God for the first time. They did justice. They did justice. And the fight scene in the movie was hard. Fighting Broly for like a good 30 minutes. And then we got to see Gogeta again. They had to fuse again. And it wasn't like Fusion Reborn, you know, they went fat, they went skinny. But in Fusion Reborn, he just went fat. He didn't even go skinny. But they had to wait a whole hour. Because, you know, the fusion lasts 30 minutes. So they had to wait. They had a whole hour of letting Frieza. Yes, Frieza even popped up in this movie. Frieza was getting his ass beat by Broly for a whole hour. While they were trying to get the transformation right. You see what I'm saying? So everything about this movie was just on point. I'm glad they made it. 10 out of 10. Perfect. Perfect movie. I will go and say that it was better than the original. Like, this one actually made sense. They just called it Broly. They didn't even call him the legendary Super Saiyan. They just knew he was strong. Right? Because like I said, for the OG Broly movie, they call him the legendary Super Saiyan. Everybody was a Super Saiyan in that movie. So they just called him Broly, and they did justice. So I kind of understand why they tried to erase that movie. It wasn't ass, it just didn't make no sense. So they waited. They said, you know what? Let's bring Broly back. We already brought Frieza back. Let's go ahead and make another Broly movie. 10 out of 10. Everything's perfect. The CGI effects, like I said, the color schemes, that shit was hard, and just the fight was just on point. On point. So 10 out of 10. This is the #1 DBZ movie of all time so far. Now I don't know about this new Dragon Ball superhero movie because I was looking at the graphics and it looks like a video game. I don't know if I'm gonna be with that, but I'm gonna definitely see it for sure as a Dragon Ball Z stan and see, could it possibly make the top 10 DBZ movies of all time? Maybe could sneak his way in there, but I doubt it just for looking at the trailer. I mean, it's all about Gohan, so Gohan got another movie. Oh boy. BoJack was hard, but in the Battle of Gods, nah, it was Resurrection F. Yeah, Gohan was a bitch in that movie. So hopefully he could redeem himself and do better in this movie. But this has been the top DBZ movies of all time. I hope you guys appreciated this movie. Let me know what you think. What about the list? Was I right? Was I wrong? Was I halfway there? Like, let me know how I did, because I think this was a pretty good list. And I put up some good facts. But it's your boy Jerry Will 24, and I am out of here.